We are going to be discussing AI use in 3D printing. You can make a lot of 3D models with it. You can use AI to chat with, but like, hey, I've got a problem with my printer, or I want to learn how to do this. And it can like show you. There's just so many different ways that you can use AI to help what you're doing. Like it's not just about making a 3D model. So what are we going to cover first? There's so many ways to use AI. I'm just going to grab this from my other window. I was literally using this just a moment ago. So can you guys see this chat GBT screen now? Oh, yeah, got a thumbs up. Thank you. All right. So um, basically, I just made a tool that helps me make handouts and posters, and I needed a way to standardize it. So I'll show you the tool in a minute. It's actually really easy to make through ChatGPT, but I just needed an image. And I made like this landscape one, and I showed Jeremy, and he's like, yeah, that's awesome, but we're going to like give these as handouts. We want them to be A5 like this, like more portrait. So I literally have just gone and asked ChatGPT, hey, here's a template image that is landscape. I need one that is A5 portrait. I told it the dimensions. Can you regenerate this template? And in 30 seconds, I got this. And if I go to my sidebar here, I've got a poster and pamphlet generator. Now, let me show you the back end of this. So I've got a lot of these different tools, right? And like, I've only started making these tools probably in the last few months. So there's going to be even more. And you can see here on the screen, I've got a website image generator. So it takes a design. So it could be like a screenshot of an STL file or whatever, and it renders it to make it like ready for a website. I've got the poster and pamphlet one. I've got, oh no, someone else has made this in our organization. 3D print trend scout. So this is one where I can like go and talk to it, and like it'll do like deep research into like current trends, and it'll look like scrape social media and do all this different stuff to like help me basically like see what's out there and like do research. When I make videos, sometimes I use a teleprompter. So I've got one to do that. I've got all these different tools. I could keep going, but I think you get the point. I've got all these different tools because the work that I do, often there'll be work that I do, and this will be in your 3D printing business and your hobby or whatever, or even just like your day job. There's things that you do that have an input, a regular input. You get something, you have to do work with it, and usually that happens in a similar way. And then you have an output, which usually has to be in some sort of standard format as well. And luckily enough, if that is software based, or if parts of it at least could be software based, then you can make these tools from them. So these are called custom GPTs. So in the poster and pamphlet one, I can go to edit, and you can see basically there's a chat GBT, or there's like instructions here. So I say, step one, we want to do this. Step two, we want to do this. So basically, I've created this tool that I go, let's make a poster. And then it walks me through, okay, great, we can make a poster, but what's the aspect ratio? What's the main heading? What's the subheading? What's the supporting lines? What's the call to action? What's the hero image? What style do you want? And I tell it all these things, and then it'll give me a poster in return. So I was playing around with it just before because I was trying to get the new aspect ratio to be right. And I had this one that the writing was too small. So then I asked it to make the writing bigger, and then made this one. So basically, I can make, now that I've set this up. So admittedly, this took like an hour or two to get right, like to get everything in the right spot and the template to be like repeatable. But now that I've done that, I can just go through all my courses and get this like standard thing. And this is the main kicker, is that the business forever now will have this capability. Like, how cool is that, right? Like, yes, I spend an hour or two, but like now, like, do I need to pay a graphics designer to design all this? I mean, maybe the answer is yes if you didn't like my design, but like I think that's good enough, or I think like that can be improved on. Like, what do you think? Let me know in the chat if you like my poster idea. Anyway, so these are custom GPTs, and then I also showed you how to like change images. So, for example, on our course page, before I had all these course images that I'd made on PowerPoint and like I put text. They didn't look that good, honestly. They looked terrible. And I wanted to like fresh them up and make it like, oh, they're like product photos. So like, for example, this dragon one for the dragon course is like this dragon that came from, show you this photo. This was a photo that we took. I wanted the dragon, but I just wanted it to be much bigger. So I said, make an image of just the dragon in this photo. Don't change anything about the dragon. Literally just remove the background. So here, I planned a 2-step process. I was like, I'm going to get it to remove the background and enlarge the image. And then I'm like, awesome. Now give it a black background and make it slightly backlit. And I could go like again and go, great. Instead of a black background, make it a space background. And that'll just do its thing. And I can have multiple windows of this open so I can like multitask as well. So this is like a cool way to like use AI. Does anyone make images now with ChatGPT? Chuck it in the chat. Write it in there if you want. But yeah, I like for product images, it's really, really good. For like website stuff. Yeah, awesome, Scott. Yeah. So like understanding like how to prompt is like the key takeaway here. And then probably like I don't use an unpaid version of it. I use the paid version of ChatGPT. I also use the paid version of Claude. Yeah, never done it before, Tyson. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, like it's I think you'll pick it up pretty quickly. Honestly, like yeah, like having obviously met you and stuff, I think you'll pick it up pretty quickly. So like here's the dragon one, like with the outer space thing. I could also make this more realistic. Like I could say, put it into a scene. So I might go like, put, maybe, I don't know, like I might put this into a playground if it's a toy or something like, or you know what I mean? Like you can put it like on a like desk at home. So I could just like, I mean, this isn't going to look the best. You like find what you like. Oops, we're done. Oh, you can create views in, oh, that's cool. Just accidentally learning about, okay. So if I took this image and I went back to my dragons, I could go now put the dragon instead, now instead of a base background, put it on the desk. The object is, oh, sorry, the image should be a products photo. So the dragon should be the main subject. So what I've learned is that these keywords, there's some keywords that you really need to nail down because you need to basically explain to ChatGPT or whatever it is, what you want, right? And there's certain keywords that really capture that. So when I say main subject, it understands that the dragon is the main thing that it needs to focus on. So instead of making like, instead of like putting a tiny dragon like on this desk, and that's not going to be useful, I'm saying it's a products photo, which already it should understand that the dragon is the product. But just in case it didn't, I've said the dragon should be the main subject. So now it's like about getting your vocabulary right and really explaining what you want. These are really short prompts too. Like you can explain in a lot more detail to get what you want. So there you go. It's changed the dragon a little bit now that you see that. So this is what I would suggest, right? So I would open up a new chat because it's already kind of like made a lot of things. So it's trying to like go back and like think about what it's made before. So I would start fresh, like say from here, I'll download this and go, all right, new chat. I'm going to bang that in there. Add, oops. Add, so let's go. Okay. So I've got the desk. So I can put the desk and the dragon in here, and I'll say, here is an image of a dragon. Put it on the desk. The dragon is the subject, and then add to make sure it doesn't change anything about the dragon. Don't change any details. And I find you have to tell it shape and color of the dragon. It is a product that shouldn't be altered. And now this prompt you can reuse. So if you wanted to do this over and over again, that could go in your custom GPT, or you just got to copy this and that's your template prompt when you do this again. Because if you don't want to pay for Chat GPT, you won't get the custom GPTs. You won't be able to make stuff like this. I think you can use other people's, you can search online, but yeah. Just quickly check the chat. Cool. Yeah, any thoughts on, oh my God, it's made the dragon really big. So I would, this is where you need to get your prompt right. And this is the longest part of this process. You need to get that. Oh no, it's not that big actually. Sorry, that rendered image that I saw, I thought it was going to be the entire desk, but it put it just there. So now, if you wanted to change the sizing and stuff, you can, and that's where you would just add to this prompt until you get it right. And once you have it right, you can reuse it. Imagine buying this instead of and it's nothing against people that sell on Etsy, articulated dragon. Some people actually do a really good job. And you'll see from this, top reviews, right? Top reviews usually they're going to have usually the most reviewed. Oh, here we go. So this is 5,000 reviews, 2,500 reviews, that image there. And then it goes into the GIF. It shows you the product. It shows you the thing in action. Whereas this one here, it's a black background. It looks cool, but it just doesn't tell me more about the product on the image. And this one, I hover over it and then I see that little video that's got 2,000 reviews. So it's probably been purchased quite a lot of times. So these ones with the GIFs and the more information you can give, the better. And once you learn something like that, you can put that into your AI program. Okay. Enough about ChatGPT. So let's talk about, if you have any questions, just put them in the chat, but let's talk about, where am I? Oh yeah. So my other page, other programs. So here is Recraft. Actually, before we do Recraft, let's do Hunyuan 10 cents. It's really, really cool. Has anyone used this before? 10 cent Hunyuan 3D AI creation. It's 10 Cent's a company that's behind TikTok. So huge company that have made this, right? Tyson's got a thumbs up. Awesome. Yeah. So single image or multi-image generation is what you could do here. And let me just go to an example of what I've got here. So this is just someone has uploaded this image of this mask and then they've got this in return. That is 3D printable. That I could even download it and just click download here. And obviously it'll be one color when I download it, but I can even try and map these colors. If I download it as an OBJ file, you can even try and do color mapping. So that's really cool. You could do one image, but something that they've just released a really more increased kind of capability is the multi-image. And if I click on that and go here, it's not just a left view and a right view anymore, and a top view and a bottom view. They've added so much to this. You can give it a 45-degree view on each edge, a left and a right. The top, and then even back. I think that's meant to be image. Upload background image. I've got to play around with it because this is actually all translated from Mandarin, I believe. Like, so if you go on the website, you just right click and go translate. But um, yeah, I've used this a couple of times with ChatGPT. Let me show you like the workflow that I'll do. So basically, I'll have an idea of like, make me an image of someone say something that they want to make in the chat. What do you guys make? Don't say dragon. We already did a dragon. I don't know. Spaceship? Dinghy. What's that? Before I chuck it in here. Oh, it's about, yeah, sorry, dinghy. Yeah. Perfect. All right. That's what I thought it was. I just wasn't sure. Um, Make an image of a dinghy. Um, I'm going to say minimalist, so it doesn't add like heaps of detail. So it's a sailing boat. Um, I might even tell chat sailing boat. You don't want to use slang. You want to use like, oh, as much as you can, like use the word that like really connects to what you're talking about. So I'll just give it both so it knows. So I'm going to say minimalist. Background should be white. Should be solid white. And let's Yeah, like, I mean, let's not overthink it, right? So we're going to create an image of it, right? And what we could do with that image is just put it in here and just give it a single image, just like in these examples. There's one image of this tiger here, and then what the software has to do is imagine what's on the other side. So some really smart people have probably made this, like they've made this AI program, and like, look, like you've given it the front of the tiger and it knows like that's a tiger, and I'm like, it's pretty symmetrical, like, but it's not entirely symmetrical. So it looks real. Like, it's pretty amazing. I'm like, oh, it's all right, Joe. Yeah. So it's got to imagine what's on the other side, but you don't need to let it imagine. So what you end up doing is you go, okay, here is this image of this dinghy. Hopefully that's good, Tim. Let me know if it's no good. But you can download it, right? And then I could say, so I've been using ChatGPT a lot today. Archive that, please. All right, so this is the front. I can do large, extra large. So I've got the front image. I can go now make a left. Oh, hang on. Yeah, now make a left view image. So hopefully it can like flip it 90 degrees. Yeah, close enough. Awesome. So yeah, hopefully you can flip this 90 degrees now. But basically, I'm going to try and get it to create these other views. So I can give it a left and a right view. But the powerful part of this is, yeah, so here we go. Now it's like, so this is, I guess, actually, what I've got before, I didn't realize, this is like on a 45-degree angle. So this is like close to 45-degree angle. And then here, this one here is what have I called it here? So I want to use, that's the left view. Left view. You can see I've got different views. So I just got to, I mean, like you can say whatever side is the front, right? Like it doesn't, I mean, maybe if you know sailing, you'll actually tell me that the front is the other side. But anyway, so with ChatGPT, you just got to be consistent. So if I've said this is the left view, I'll say now create a front view, and you can see now I'm like building up my part. But the power of this is that you can basically take your design there and say, "Hey, I didn't like this part about it. Maybe it's like I want the the base of the thing to be bigger, right? Or I want the tip of it of that. You have to know the terminology, right? Like I want the tip of this to point upwards more. Like you could tell it things like that, and it'll make those changes for you. And here's the front. Like, does that look right? Maybe. I don't know. Like you'd have to go and edit this. So, you know, um, recreate the front view, but make the flag bigger. And this is like the kind of conversational like nature of ChatGPT. You kind of go through these conversations. Now, it might get to a stage where you're just having issues understand, like it's not getting you. And that's because you might have been talking, you talked a lot. It's trying to like take everything into account. There's just too much stuff. So then you have to just like start fresh. So here's the thing that I've edited it now with the flag bigger, right? So I could make that change and go through, create all the views again. But I'll just like create the front view. Oh, yeah. So here's the front view. Come on. Front view. All right. Now we can go here and you can see I can upload everything. So they've changed the wording of this just recently. Upload the correct image. I think that's the front view. So I'm going to go to here, downloads, front view. I'm going to go to here, and that is my left view. Yeah, there we go. And then what was the other view? 45 degree. So that is 45 degrees to, was it to the left? To the right. Okay, so I think I'm doing it a slightly weird way. I guess I could always edit this image and just flip it horizontally if I wanted it to like face the other way because it's symmetrical. But I could like give it those and generate. And you know, like there's a lot of, and I'm doing this very quickly, right? Like I would spend way longer on getting like the sailing boat right and like thinking like what are the bits that catch the wind? Oh my God. The sails? Yeah. I'll get them, make sure that there's nothing weird going on in the images. Maybe I would even give it an image to copy. Like I would find a sailing boat that I like or a dinghy and like say, hey, this is a dinghy that I want you to like make an image of this. Or maybe I actually just take a photo of a dinghy, like if I already have access to one, or just find them online and I can put them into here as well. So like you don't need to generate these with AI. I'm just showing you how you can do it. All right. So that's generating. And while that's doing that, let's talk about this workflow. So I made images every time I was giving it a prompt, right? And I could tell it like, here's an image, create the same style, or add this feature. I could like upload an image of something and say, hey, add this logo or whatever, emboss this into the flag or whatever. So I could do stuff like that. But every time I make a change to it, it's regenerating the whole image. And that's quite wasteful, like because it's got to regenerate the whole thing. So yeah, I use this tool to generate STL of a burrata for a friend, worked brilliantly. Yeah, awesome. No, that's great to hear, Joe. So like you can, yeah, it's actually quite amazing how far this has come. Like I tried similar softwares like about a year or two ago, terrible. Like they would make an STL, but it was like not good. And they've just come so far. So like learn these skills. Like I think like a lot of design stuff is going to change like very, very soon when a lot of people can do this. Because I mean, and what I'm showing you now is not hard. Like, can you write this 2-sentence prompt into ChatGPT? Yes. Can you make an account on Hunyuan Tencent and upload those images that it makes? Yes. It's not that hard. It's just like not neatly packaged, right? It's like still a little bit like the bits here, bits there. You got to like kind of do a bit of mucking around. It's not hard. It's just, yeah, it's the masses aren't using this yet. Like that's just a fact. And like, um, so there are other softwares to create images where you're not rendering the entire thing again. So for example, like if you use Recraft AI, it's an AI software that helps you create SVG files and graphic files. So like images and graphic files. And basically like, so here's one here that I like we had a custom request for a cake topper. Oh, actually, let me show you the other one. It's even cooler. Yeah, this one here. So my daughter, Eva, absolutely, it was like her birthday, whatever, January. And yeah, she loves birds, like loves birds with a passion. Especially like cockatoos. So I got an image of a cockatoo and I said, hey, ChatGPT, make me an image that's only 4 colors. Why 4? Well, my AMS is only 4 colors. So, and then I put it into this software and It can remove the background. So I got it to remove the background, and then I got it to vectorize it and make it a graphic file. So vectors, so this isn't a design course, it's for AI, right? But I can get the AI software to make a vector that I can put into Blender and extrude to make it 3D. So that is what I've done with this image. I did it with another image. I did it with another. Actually, this was a black and white image that I got ChatGPT to color in. And then I printed all of these and we're going to start making products like this, like wall decals and stuff. So this software can really easily take you from an image to like kind of like 3D elements, especially like flat 3D elements, which a lot of people do. So like if it was, I don't know, what's something else that we could do? I mean, I saw Minecraft before, so I'll just type in Minecraft. So Minecraft. So say I got this character, I can copy it into here. Go bang. And image uploaded. Are you going to show me where? Oh yeah, there it is. So if it's blurry, this is really cool actually. If it's blurry, you can upscale it. So like if it's low resolution, you can upscale it. That's one of the AI things. It'll make the same image, but it'll upscale it. It's given it a background now. So I got to remove background. Like look how easy this is, right? You know how like you use like different tools to do everything? Some tools, like it brings it all together. This software is actually mainly used for vectors and graphics. It's not, I haven't seen anyone use it for 3D printing, except for myself. So I've clicked on it here. This is still an image. So if I go to export, it's a PNG. I can't extrude that or print that. Then I go to vectorize. I go vectorize, and that is going to take each of the colors and like figure out like where those vectors need to be. So those vectors I can put into Blender and extrude them. But look, there's 72 colors here. I don't have that many on my AMS. So I'm going to change this to like about 4 colors. Like we've got a brown, blah, blah, blah. Now the image I put in had a lot of different textures. So you would have to put an image in that only has like 4, 5 colors max kind of thing. And then you can like put it like this. So I could probably do like black, blue, green, and brown. Black, blue, green, and brown. Yeah, something like that. And then go export SVG. That's going to go straight into Blender, and then I can like print my part. So this software can allow you to like, there's so much, it's like a really big software. You can like really quickly make parts that you can print like from images. And if you pair it with the ability to create images that are exactly 4 colors, then you can do this like super, super fast. Like actually, the actual thumbnail that I use for this Q&A, this is even AI generated, right? Like that's not a picture of, I gave it a picture of me. That's not a picture of me. It's not even my hand. Like it's done a really good job. But this tree here, like we've actually got a video, in the community where I show how to make this tree, and I use Recraft to like go through step by step. So if you want to learn exactly how to do this, we got a video on it in the community. So I can link it to this post as well. But I printed this. It took half an hour to print, maybe 10 minutes to design, because there's like a lot of colors in it. And then I'm good to go. And it's like my own part that no one else has. That's the coolest bit about it, right? Like you might think it like removes your creativity to like use AI. Like it does remove your creativity and thinking for some things, because if you don't tell it what to do, it's got to like come up with those things. So then you let it like do those things for you. So it removes some of those creativities. But if you like say, hey, this is the style that I want, this is what I'm after, these are some examples, whatever. This is a hand drawing that I've done. This is a photo that I took of a tree, and I want the texture to be applied on this image, blah, blah, blah. Like you can, I think it's actually quite enabling, like for your creativity. When you say extruded, does that mean it's still a 2D image, but 3D? So that's a good question, Scott. So um, in Blender, you have to import it as, so let me see. I'm just going to see if Blender doesn't opens correctly. Here we go. So if I go to import and go SVG, so I've actually got a shortcut on my keyboard because I use it quite a lot. And if I go to, so I downloaded this here. Did I already download it? No. Export SVG. So I can export this. I clicked the wrong, that's okay. It's not going to keep the colors now, but that's fine. I've got this SVG file. That is actually something that I can open in like a 2D graphic interface. So I use Inkscape. It's free to use. So if I double click this and open it, you're going to see it's going to open now, and it's going to be a completely 2D thing, which means that I can't 3D print it, right? Like it's not 3D printable if it's 2D. I have to make it thicker. So you can see here, like it's created like, oops. Oh, my mouse is a little bit buggy. Here we go. All right. So it's created different contours, like the back of the body is this, it's got legs. Now, because there's like multiple images, multiple colors here, it's like a bit more all over the place. Like there's a lot of things. But if you have only 4 colors, you're usually going to have like a base color and then a few features kind of on top, right? What you need to do from here is actually like there are easy ways to do this. You could like just drag this right in. So you could actually drag the SVG just into here, and now you've got it in there. And you could like just scale it down. You could just print it in one color, but if you want to print it in multiple colors, you got to separate it into different objects, and then you can go and like color them. Yeah. But you know, you're going to have a lot of bits that are overlapping. So what I would suggest here is to see the whole process, because it takes a little bit of time, right? To just understand the process. And I don't want to like do a bad job on it. So I think I called it AI. Yeah, this one here. So this post here, if you look up tutorial converting prompts to parts, there's a 9-minute video, right? So you can see the process, you know, that I went through. And yeah, basically the 2D image is converted to a vector, right? That's the SVG file. Okay. So if I had to like really spell it out, just to like make this really clear. So you've got image, then that goes to an SVG, but that's 2D. An SVG is something that's 2D. And then to make it 3D, you can put it into Blender to make it 3D. Like you have to extrude it. So basically take that drawing or that SVG and sweep it through space. That makes it 3D. So that video will show you that I just showed up. Or you can put it into Bamboo Studio. Like you drag in the SVG and it'll automatically make it like a certain thickness, and you can change that, and then you color it, and then do that workflow. Hopefully that makes sense. So let me know if it doesn't, or if you have any other questions. But yeah, this is the tutorial to look out for. This one here. All right. So the next thing that we can look at is, now Recraft is used to like make these vectors, but say we want to like make images, you can actually ask it to change the image here. So you can give it prompts like, now make the person do this, and then like, you know, generate stuff. The thing is, again, it'll regenerate the whole image. So it's quite wasteful. It's got to regenerate the whole image. And plus it can like change other things that you don't want changed. So Supercraft AI is another software. Let me find where I logged into it here. and it just got a really big makeover. I've paid for it for a little bit, but then I've stopped my plan because I wasn't using it as much as I thought I would. The type of work, like I kind of learned it, and then like I was happy to kind of leave it for a little bit. But there's some really insane stuff that I think a lot of you. Oh, sorry, my mouse is really not loving me. All right, there we go. So let me just show you the basic flow of this. Supercraft AI is a software that can basically take, they could do a lot of things, and those things happen in these little blocks. Okay. Those blocks have inputs and outputs. So this block here, this one where my mouse is hovering over is called render. So just take my word. It's called, it's a node. And basically it takes an image and then it outputs a render. So the image that I put in is to help style it. And if I scroll in, you can see I've got an image and a style. And I wanted to create a dolphin in the style of this kangaroo, right? And it's done that. It's done like a perfect job of doing that. It created the whole image. But what if I then wanted to change parts of the image? We can see here that I've highlighted the eye, and then I've said, hey, make the eye yellow, or, like change, cute yellow eyes. I just changed a different color and I wanted it to like change the style. So I just said cute yellow eyes. And it's done that. It's only changed that part of the image. So say I make a product for a business or something, and I wanted different versions of that product or different renders, or like, like I wanted to show off different colors of this product, then I can easily do that. Like if this is like, so for example, this is a product here that I ended up putting, gone now. No, it looks like they might have like updated it so much that certain nodes here. I used to have a smiley face that I said, hey, put a smiley face decal, sorry, like a sticker on the surface here, and it perfectly rendered it. Now, if you understand how long it takes to actually render product photos and make them look realistic, you would understand that that takes like a long time to do. Like if you're an expert, plus you need the time to become an expert. So like to make, I wish I actually had it there. Sorry, but I could probably do it quickly now, but I'll probably stuff it up doing it live. But you can put a reference image in here and say, hey, put this image into the product on the surface here. And I've highlighted this spot, and it'll give you an output. So maybe Supercraft have got examples. Supercraft AI Instagram. Do they have an Instagram? Hopefully. Let's have a look. Wow, not even that many followers. Insane. Oh, they don't really use it. Yes. So you can see here, they've gone through the iPhone and they've like changed certain parts about it. Maybe they're designing a case. And this case, you could end up 3D printing. There's actually a 3D model feature to this software as well. So you can do your products renders and photography. You can help design stuff with it, because you can go through this like iterative process of like going, hey, I want to like change this part of it. Now change this part of it. And instead of updating the entire image again, and it can like change things and things like go all over the place, and you can't really control colors. Like you can't say in ChatGPT, you can't say add a camera there, or get rid of this camera lens like it just showed there. It's too specific. It's such a small part of the image that it would be really hard to like get it to like just do that. The only way to do it is to basically like circle it. And that's what Supercraft has like allowed you to like do. So yeah, finding the right tools for the job. Definitely a way to go. And what else did I want to show you? So I just wanted to talk about this. I'll stop sharing my screen now. So basically, you've seen all these tools. So we can make custom GPTs that take certain inputs and create certain outputs. And it could be product renders, product images. You could even have a custom GPT that gives you like different views of it. And then you can put that into Hunyuan and create 3D models. You can also put that into other softwares like the more chill version of Hunyuan is in MakerLab in the bamboo slicer. You can go image to 3D model. So you can just put in your image there and it'll give you a 3D model. I think it's got a guess on what's at the back and stuff. I'm not sure if you do multi-images there. And there's even an AI scanner here. So you take a video of your part, a video around it like this, and it'll scan your image. This is free. So you just use your credits, but usually you get given enough credits to like use it. So yeah, there's a lot of like AI software. It's just like learning like what you need to do. And like the biggest kind of takeaway that I could kind of give you now is like, if you have an idea of a workload of something that you want to build and you can't do it, learn these softwares and ask in the community, like, hey, I'm trying to build this. And this is the bit that I'm struggling with, or this is the bit that takes me too long. And then someone will say like maybe me, I'll go, hey, have you tried this software? Have you tried doing it this way? And it's like, that could save you like so much time, or it could just even make it possible. Like if you couldn't do it before. So yeah, that's the big takeaway here. What I've started to do now is, because I know a lot of these softwares, and also I've started using Claude Code, which is a really, really powerful AI software that allows you to build like custom like apps and like tools. For my business, now I'm creating tools that like just take over a lot of the work that I was doing. So for example, one of the things was on our order page, we would get all these orders and I have to go in and out of orders to check what was in them, to see what the status was and stuff like that. Now I use Claude Code AI to basically, I said, hey, make me a dashboard that pulls live data from my website and shows me the order information, like the products, the colors and stuff like that. And then it did that perfectly, right? It's got me this nice dashboard. I can even like drag and drop orders into like different statuses. So once they're done, I just drag it and it's like gone. And really, really cool. I made that in half an hour. Right? Then I'm like, hang on. Every time I do an order, I got to get the template files and then make some small modifications and then print them. But to go and find the template files, it doesn't take that long, maybe 20 seconds per template. But if you do 100 orders, that adds like a month, like that adds up, right? So I was like, okay, now make another tool that allows me to design those parts, right? And basically, those two tools that I said, the dashboard and then the designer, they talk to each other. So that is a more advanced use of AI. And obviously, I haven't showed it to you like everything else. Like you got to see in action today. That tool there, I can't show it to you because it's got my live data feeding into it. So I've got like customer information in there. But I can definitely show you guys that process. And actually, we'll be releasing a course in AI or 3D printing that will like go through a lot more of these things in detail. And I think that would be a part of it, using like these custom platforms to make custom tools for your business. So if you are interested in that, like just give me a thumbs up or say, yeah, like sounds cool in the chat. And I'll, yeah, like if it's something that you guys will, yeah, awesome. Thank you, Scott. Joe, yeah, that's perfect. That's good. That's good to get a bit of feedback because yeah, like it's something that you can, yeah, thanks, Jeremy. Yeah, it's something that you can do to make custom tools for your business is huge. And actually working at 3D Printer Gear really opened my eyes to that. It's more accessible than you think. Like these dashboards and that designer thing that like pulls the template files and like fills it in with the data from the customer. I didn't code a single line of it. I talked to the AI software and told it what I wanted to make. Now, because I've been using ChatGPT for a long time and doing image prompts, because I've been using the other AI softwares, that became a lot easier to do because I already know how to, and for the most part knew like how to talk to it. There's like nuances that you have to learn when you're using these coding programs, but yeah, Yeah, I'm glad that there's a bit of interest in there. So we'll add that to the course too. So all right, that's AI. Any questions on the AI stuff, and then we'll open the floor to just random questions. Oh. No, everyone's sufficiently satisfied with the monologue. Need to play more. Yes, for sure. It's always going to come down to practice, right? Anything that you do that you want to get better at. I think initially, now that you've seen like some of the tools, like have a play with those. Because if you don't even know they exist, it depends like where you're starting from. Like if you didn't even know you could do like most of these things, your brain hasn't even thought like, what can I do with it? You haven't even like considered that as an option. But once you kind of open your eyes to it, then yeah, like you'll start to go, hey, why am I doing this? Can I just do it this way? Like last night, admittedly, I just got into a zone. Jeremy will relate to this. Actually, probably a lot of people here would relate to it. But I was in a zone and I was using AI to like build one of these custom tools. Actually, I'll tell you what it is. So I got this idea to like generate a lot of these wall decals for the business. Like I showed you the mermaid and stuff before, and the birds. That process like is a repetitive process. It just takes me time to do each of the steps over and over again. It doesn't take long, but if I want to make 100 of them, it takes a long time. I want to make 100 of them or 1,000 of them and like post them all and like have like a what do you call it? Patreon, something like that, right? Or even just have it for my business. Just make like 100 different products that are wall decals for the business. And it would just take a long time to do manually. So like I went through Claude Code, went through the process, took me like 2 hours, it was up until like 2 a.m. Um, and I I finally got it to a stage where I can just tell it an idea. Hey, I want a truck in this style with these colors. That's all. That's the input that I put in. It generates image options. It asks me which one you like the best. Then I pick one, or I make changes to it. But I usually just pick one because it does a really good job. Then it creates an SVG file, the vector graphic, and then it automatically uses Blender. I don't know how it does this. I think it actually uses Blender on my computer, like in the background, to extrude it. It keeps the colors on each of those objects. So all the different colors are already colored in. I don't have to like go and like color things on Bamboo Studio like I showed you before with the Minecraft thing. I would need to like color them. And if you look at that tree tutorial, you would have to color those in manually. So it just does that automatically. It figured out a way because it's smart enough. And then it basically like I reckon in about a minute or 2 minutes max, it's made one of these for me. It's even organized it in like OneDrive, like literally, like it's got a naming convention, like everything's neatly organized. It's insane. Like I was able to build that. Admittedly, that took a lot longer to debug because like there's a lot more nuance in like how the SVG becomes 3D and stuff like that. Once I figured it out though, I've got this tool forever. Like I could just go to it now and go, hey, make a wall decal of this, extrude it. I don't even have to tell it extrude it. It knows what to do. Like it's been pre-coded. So um, yeah, actually, the more I'm talking about these custom like tools, I think it would be good to show you guys how to build them with Claude Code or some equivalent. All right. We got 10 minutes. Get your questions in, guys. Or let me know. Did you have a win in the last week? Any more sales markets, Liz? Yeah, love to see that. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, I'll have a look. What's this link that you sent, Joe? I feel weird clicking it in the chat. Let me know later. Anything specific you'd want more clarification on? We have so Liz got a school fete next Friday. Awesome. That's a good one. You're going to find a lot of, a lot of your customers there. Perfect. Good luck. Yeah. Let us know how it goes. Yeah. Awesome. So it's a post on so Joe, is it a post on on how to use AI. Oh, image to create STL. I'm going to open it separately. Oh, sorry. It's one of your posts. Yes. Gotcha.
But yeah, I used some of those AI tools to generate that burrata cheese for a friend who wanted a 3D model of a printed.
Yeah. Awesome. That's really cool. Like, so that was from an image, and then the base, did you make it with like text and stuff? So,
Yeah, no, I did the tech myself in Fusion, I think, generating the actual 3D model. I'm not too bad modeling, parametric and, pretty
yeah.
simple things like that. But when I get to that organic modeling, I really suck at it.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. Like, and that would have taken a lot longer to design in Blender. And if you had a specific even picture of that, of the cheese, then like you could, use that as well. So, you wouldn't even need to generate
Yeah,
the image. So,
I think I used ChatGPT to generate the base JPEG, and then I put it into the Huan
yeah,
thing, um, and had it generate the STL. And then all I
yeah,
did was, like I said, added it to the base, which is
yeah.
pretty easy.
No, that's awesome. No, good on you. That's great. Yeah, there's applications that you can use this in your workflows now that just make life a lot easier. And like, designing this on Blender might take an expert a few minutes, but there's a few minutes plus like 10 years of experience. Or like,
Yeah.
this just cuts the thing down like quite a lot. And like, there might be things like when you generate that in Hunyuan, oh, we've got to check out Boden. So yeah, when we go to Hunyuan, let me show you again. Entire screen. So here I go STL, download, and then I just imported it into here. The sail's not smooth there, and then the base wasn't flat. So I just need to like drop it down slightly, like just a tiny little bit, to like get that flat, or like rotate it and like cut that so it's flat. Yeah, sorry about that. When I changed views, I lost the chat for a minute. I'll make sure that I keep the chat open for you guys. All right. Any other questions before we go? Happy printing for the week if you're planning on doing a bit of printing. As always, let me know in the community if you have any questions during the week. If there's anything that you want to learn. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. I really like this topic. This is like a really interesting one. Even let me know what you might want to see in the future for these webinars as well. Like there's a lot that we could cover here. So, so Scott, use AI to create content for prints, like videos. So like reels and stuff like that, like for social media. Is that what you're saying, Scott? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we could do a video on that. I mean, it's funny. Just as a little sneak peek into that. Got 1 minute. Let's go here. 3D printer gear. Boom. So this was a reel that I made with AI completely. And basically I used AI to make the carousel images at the top that you see. And then I used an AI software called Descript. We use that to edit our videos. It uses AI to edit videos. And it made this video of this person talking with the sound as well, all by itself. And what I'm really shocked about is that is one of our highest performing, like reels, like one of them, not it in terms of shares, I think it got shared like 40 or 50 times. And it got like quite a lot of like love and like comments and stuff. More than these ones. These are of me. I'm like, hang on, do I just like replace myself now with this guy? I think it's the content. It was like a design thing. It was like press fit, and like people like wanted to share it because they wanted to like remember, or like, hey, like you can do this. Whereas these ones are slicing tips, equally valuable. People that are using multicolor prints should definitely do these two things. They'll save you like 30-40% print time and whatever. I thought these would get a lot of traction. They did on YouTube, actually. They got a few thousand views on YouTube, but yeah, sometimes you get different platforms. Anyway, Descript is the editing software there. So I can show you some of that stuff if you're curious. Like obviously we'll have to keep it somewhat 3D printing specific, but we can always do stuff like that as like little add-ons and whatnot. No worries. All right. We're out of time. The buzzer's up. Thank you for hanging out with me today. As always, let me know in the community if you want to see anything, if you have questions during the week, but I'll see you guys next time. Adios.